All right, the next part of our test, we are going to be reading another story, Waffles for Breakfast. But this time, after I read this, we have some other charts to fill out, and we've done these before. You are going to fill out this narrative story map. So you're going to need to think, who are the characters, where's the setting, and what's the problem of the story. And then you'll also need to tell me in a really short way about the beginning, the middle, and the end of the story. So we've done all these worksheets together before, and I want to see, can you do them by yourself? So I will read you the story, and then you think about the characters, the setting, and the problem, and think about what happened in the beginning, the middle, and the end. Waffles for breakfast. It was a bright and sunny morning. Shelley opened her eyes and smiled. It was a Saturday. She loved Saturdays. Her dad always made waffles for breakfast. Shelley got out of bed and walked to the kitchen. It was empty. Where was Dad? Shelley looked at the clock. It was only 7 o'clock. Maybe her dad was still asleep. I bet I could make waffles and surprise him, she thought. I've seen Dad make them lots of times. It will be easy. Shelley knew she needed a bunch of flour, 2 eggs, and a cup of milk. She opened the fridge and got out the milk and the egg carton. She got the bag of flour out of the cupboard and a big bowl to mix everything in. Very carefully, Shelley started to pour flour into the bowl, like she'd seen her dad do many times. The bag of flour was heavy and slipped. Flour spilled everywhere, covering the kitchen and Shelley's face in white. I'll clean it up when I'm done, she thought. Shelley opened the milk. Her nose wrinkled. Oh no, the milk was rotten. Then she opened the egg carton. There was only 1 egg, and she needed 2. Shelley sat down on the floor. I give up, she said out loud. Just then, Dad walked into the kitchen. He looked at Shelley, who was still covered in flour. He started to laugh. What in the world is going on? Dad asked. I was trying to make waffles for breakfast, said Shelley, but I can't. Everything went wrong. Dad sat down on the floor next to Shelley. When you try something and it doesn't work the first time, do you know what to do? He asked. What? Said Shelley. You get help and try again. Let's clean this up and make waffles together. Shelley nodded her head and smiled while Dad gave her a hug. After a few minutes of working together, they sat down to eat waffles for, gotta make mine small. They sat down to eat waffles for breakfast. That was easy. All right, so think about those questions I told you about before. The characters, the setting, and the problem. So right here, you are going to write, who are the characters of the story? And you can go back. You don't have to just guess. You can go back and look in the story. You can even re-listen to the story if you'd like to. Then you need to write the setting. Where did the story take place? And then also, what was the problem of the story? After that, you have this last part, and that's the story sequence. So I want you to write me what happened in the beginning, what happened in the middle, and what happened in the end. We don't need all the details. Just tell me in a short sentence for each one, the beginning, the middle, and the end. When you're done, please make sure you put your name somewhere on this paper, maybe at the top. That way I know it's yours. I forgot to put a name spot. And then turn it into the basket. Thanks. Great